Hey, I'm Wynter, and this is True Cherishment 15. Today's topic is inner beauty versus outer beauty. So, I made this PowerPoint sometime last year, but I never got the opportunity to actually present it until now. Before I start, I'd like you to know that I'm going to link this video in the description below this video, along with my Google form, which allows you to give me feedback on my videos and my channel. Actually remember to close the door. Okay, I didn't, and this is my third take. Okay, I didn't. Okay. It was open. Yeah. A little humor. I know. This is for a group setting, so I'm the only person in this room. Straight up, what do you consider ideal beauty? Where does that ideal come from? Like, where does that idea come from? Does it come from movies or TV shows like Kendra? And what about magazines like Vogue? Did I say that right? Fitness? I can say fitness. Oh, I know how to say that. My throat itches. So this is a quote from the book that actually inspired me to make this PowerPoint. Exterior beauty is basically outer appearance. I did a video on outer beauty, which is also known as exterior beauty. This one kind of focuses on more of what focusing on outer beauty does to the person's mind. Basically, when you're commenting on someone on how they only look on the outside, that's eventually all they're going to care about is how they look on the outside. They're not going to care about their personality and who they are inside. I keep clapping because I'm like, I don't know. I wonder if it's snowing. It's supposed to snow 3 or 5 inches tonight or something. I'm like, that's probably not going to happen. So I'm like, go ahead, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. My back. Oh, my back is wrecked. Back is wrecked. So, yeah. I know. See, I don't know how much time it takes for you to discuss these topics, so... Oh no. What if my laptop dies? Okay. From outer beauty to inner beauty. So, this slide is going to focus on how to take comments that focus on... I don't know. No, this isn't the slide. This is like if you know someone, you know that you know something about their inner beauty or how they are, then whatnot. Yeah, that was descriptive. Anyway, so you guys know these people. Katniss, you got Tracy from Hairspray, you got Rainy Rodriguez, and then you have Oprah. Okay, maybe you don't know them all that well, but they've all done something out of their personality or who they are. Like, for instance, Katniss standing up for Prim. You can say, I admire your courage to actually put yourself in that situation and going into the games, knowing that you were going to go into the games for someone who was younger than you. You admire that about her. So this is kind of about tying their personality to a compliment or a comment, rather than just commenting on, I don't know, her hair or something. You're actually commenting on her, who she is. Yeah. I would do one for Tracy or Rainy or Oprah, but I kind of gotta speed through this. Oh my gosh. Okay. I would go to this link, but we're kind of short on time. Basically, this is one of my favorite TEDx talks. It speaks on inner beauty, as you can see. A little tap thingy. If you get nothing else out of this PowerPoint, then go to that link. Please watch that link. The phone is not ringing right now. How to curb outward appearance comments. So find a trait you admire, and then you tie it to their outer appearance. So these are a few outward appearance comments. We're going to find ways to tie it to the person's personality. Even if you don't know the person that well, it's still fairly easy. It's just not natural to the tongue. I thought some of them were cheesy, but I think I rewrote them. They might be a little cheesy. All I know is they're awkward and unnatural to the tongue sometimes, but they really should be. Like, your necklace really represents your personality. That's why I like it on you so much. Like, I mean, if that's like one of your friends, then that's fine to say. Like, I guess saying that to strangers is kind of like, oh my gosh, this person's hitting on me. But this is definitely a bad advertisement. Skinny always gets the attention. For someone, I mean, I'm not the skinniest person in the world. I'm not, okay? And for someone who isn't, and they have a low self-esteem, something like this can really break them down. That can push them to the breaking point. And that's not always true. Skinny does not always get the attention. And even skinny people who think they're fat, I mean, this kind of presses them to even want to be skinny even more. And this can make people starve themselves and binge and a whole lot of awful stuff, rather than just accepting that they're beautiful the way they are. Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's not an advertisement. It is an ad. Therefore, it is an advertisement. Thank you. Okay. Keep calm. Everyone knows keep calm. They have other ones that aren't that good, but this one, keep calm and show your inner beauty. That one's really sweet, and that's why I chose it. So these are my good advertisements. Boom clap sound of my heart, beat goes on and on and on and on. And media. Do you find media as a whole a persuasive medium? So do magazines, TV shows, books, do they persuade you in any way? For instance, does media decide what activities you involve yourself in? There aren't many movies out there that don't have some kind of sexual content in them. Does that, like, persuade you to be like, oh, okay, it must be okay to have sex before marriage? If you're watching lots of movies that drink, you're like, oh, it's okay to drink then. I mean, if they're saying, oh, reading books is lame in a lot of movies, do you stop reading books? Do you notice that you've kind of not read any books lately? How much does media affect your outer image? So if there's someone on TV and they're like, oh my gosh, girls who don't shave are disgusting, do you like, oh my gosh, I don't shave my arms, I'm disgusting? How does this make you feel? How much do you think media should affect your outer image? The activities you involve yourself in? I'm going to go back to how much does media affect your outer image. Like, someone saying, oh, all girls should wear at least pink once a week. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't do that. Do you start wearing pink? Really notice how it affects you. So self-confidence, what is it? So what is it? That's my little definition of it. And how can having a high self-confidence determine an inner beauty image? They actually go together. If I'm feeling very confident about myself, then I'm going to start to glow more inside. And I'm gonna be able to express that better. I'm like, I'm confident, then I'm gonna be myself more often, and I'm gonna be able to pull out my personality like a weapon. Oh, what is this on me? What is it? Oh, it's a fuzzy. It's just a fuzzy. It's just a fuzzy. I promise you, I do not do drugs. Ew, my lung is hotty. Do you think courageousness comes along with being self-confident? I do. Inner beauty, self-confidence, and courageousness are like all together. If I'm self-confident, my inner beauty is gonna be able to grow and become stronger. And because of that, I'm gonna be more courageous. I'm gonna be confident in what I do, and I'm gonna be able to have courage to state my opinion and to give my ideas because I'm confident. I'm feeling myself. I'm like, yeah, Okay, are your inner conversations mostly positive or negative, or somewhere in between? Why? Trying to think of a conversation I had today. Okay, my my conversations that I have in my head, they're not nice. It's not like it's mean to someone. It's just like, oh my gosh, this room smells awful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, why are these people just loud? Why? It's not like to a direct person, but they make me laugh. So I'll be just sitting there like to myself. Yeah. Awkward. So mine are somewhere in between. I mean, I would rather them be positive and not like focus on the bad smells in the room or whatnot, but that's just how it is. I'm a pretty good friend to myself, I think. Okay, good friends construct you, bad friends destruct you. So, as I said before, this is for a group setting, so I'm the only person in here, so I can't really go through all these questions. But this is a pretty decent slide for talking about the quote above after birth. Excuse me. Ooh, it tastes like Burger King. What is it doing out there? Can't see because it's dark. Oh, by myself. I talked on being a good friend and friendship and all that. So, I mean, if you want to check that video too. Lots of my videos are gonna like connect awkwardly, but they do. This whole channel is about growing and becoming a better you, a stronger you. Oh, yeller. Oh, I'm gonna yodel. No, I'm not. JK. Okay. I'm just gonna read one of these. But, I mean, you can go through them all. Exercise is one of the best ways to clear your mind and keep your whole body healthy. Studies even show that strenuous exercise seems easier and more enjoyable when done with friends. I find that true. Definitely. I enjoy working out with my friends. And great sources for additional information. This is the book that inspired me to make this PowerPoint, as I said earlier. These are my sources. And it's not. Well, remember, forgive and live.